Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first video of 2020. Now I know it's definitely been a while since I've uploaded a video, and this might become a bit of a shock to some of you guys here, but welcome. Welcome to the first of many videos, and this is a video I've been looking forward to making since starting this journey back in 2019, and this is how much money I made by the end of 2019 in total with this reselling business of mine. So let's just go straight into it. So not only am I going to be talking about the total profit that I made by the end of 2019, but I'm also going to be discussing future plans, growth with my YouTube, and outside of YouTube as well. So when I first started reselling and doing this whole YouTube channel, my ultimate goal was to show people that anyone that has no schooling background, well, I do, but I didn't pass year 10, fun fact, but someone that has absolutely nothing, no finances or anything, can go from zero to actually creating something for themselves. And that was the biggest goal for this YouTube channel I created. Now, to say that this whole journey from that beginning to where I am now has been an absolute crazy roller coaster is a bit of an understatement. And those of you who do follow me on Instagram and follow me on YouTube, obviously, the sort of the roller coaster that I've been going through, because I do explain a little bit through the Instagram posts. What we're going to do is I've actually got like a little cheat sheet here, and what I've done is I've written down every single month and the total profit that I made for that month on every single month here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you guys the profit that I made, and then kind of like when we hit that sort of rock bottom in the journey, and when sort of roller coaster craziness started happening, I'll explain to you, and then you can kind of see that in the actual profit as well, that with reselling and with business, if you don't work the business, or if you have hiccups, it can really affect how your business actually performs. And believe my business is no exception out of that. There are things that happened in my life in 2019, and my God, it was one hell of a roller coaster, and you could actually see the results in the business. So let's just jump straight into the first month here, which is January. Now, January is when I began this whole process. Back in 2018, when I had no money at all and I was sick and tired of being broke, those of you who know that feeling, I wanted to try something new. I wanted to do something, and I heard Gary Vee discussing about this whole flip life, mug life, flip life, going around garage selling, and just selling things around your home. And that's what I did. I've started looking around my place for things to actually to see if I could sell, and believe it or not, I found two pairs of shoes, DC shoes, which have been sitting in my cupboard for almost 10 years. So I decided, what, I'm not wearing these anymore. Yes, I collected them, but I'm just going to pop them up on eBay and see what happens. Lo and behold, I sold them to someone in America for $140, and that is what started the journey. Now, at the start of January is when I decided, hey, maybe I could make something out of this. And it's when I just decided to start recording the process too. Those of you who can go way back to the start of my videos can easily see this sort of process. So in January, I made a total profit of $641.45. So that there, yes, it's a very small amount. To some people, that's actually quite a large amount, and I'm happy with that, because that's the start of the journey. That's the start of me taking control of my own life and my own business. In February, what I've done in this business here, and this is what I explained a lot, especially in my past videos, is that with this business, especially because you're starting out, you have to reinvest. So what I've done with this business is everything that I was making, I would reinvest back into the business to make more profit. That's just ultimately me scaling my business up to a point where I can make a lot of money to quit my job, or just live a lot more comfortable lifestyle than what I have. So in February, I made a total profit of $1,080.56. So you can definitely see from January to February, there was a massive growth difference. And you will find too, once you start listing more items in your store, once you start getting better at photos, proper description, and tags and all that sort of stuff, that your profit will definitely it'll show in your performance, and that's definitely from January to February. It was a massive jump because I saw the profit I could make in January. I upped my game, started listing a lot more items like an absolute madman. And yeah, it shows in February with the 1,080 and 56 cents profit. Then we jump over to March. March was a great month for me. It was a total profit of $1,307.19. So that's just an absolute reflection of when you have a goal, you have this desire, you have a plan, and you take action. You can definitely achieve what you put into plan. And then you just go, and that's literally, this is what I've been doing. Is I've just been going and going and going, listing and listing and listing, and to make $1,300 in a month on top of my everyday job was absolutely amazing. And yet I didn't really see it because I would reinvest it back into the business, trying new products and buying more of the products that I know would sell for me. In April was a little bit of a slower month. Being my first sort of year reselling, I'll definitely reflect it on last year to see if April would be the same again. But I only made $1,138.51. So it was definitely a little bit slower than March. But I'm pretty sure there was something happening around that time of the year that really did affect the business, because if you compare it from last month to the next month, in May, you can definitely see there was a bit of a slump, and yet I was still listing very, very hard. I was going hard at it, and yeah, just I don't know why, but there was just a bit of a slump that month, because in May it was my highest month yet. I made $1,750 and 39 cents, which was crazy, nearly $2,000 profit in 1 month, which was, it's amazing. I would love to make an extra $2,000 every single month. To almost hit that in May, that was when I was at my peak. When I had close to 600 items listed in my store, I was pumping out videos on a daily basis, and things were just, things were looking great. Things were looking absolutely fantastic. Now in June, I made a total profit of $1,406 and 46 cents. As you can see, there's sort of this slump happening here now. So from 1,700 down to 1,400, and this is when personal lives really started to affect my business. And I was going through some rocky relationship issues, and trying to go out and to source items with my relationship the way it was with my partner at the time. It was really affecting the thrift shopping. So you can kind of see there was really some conflict there, and it showed in the profit. There was a huge dip from May to June, and July is no exception. July I made $1,343.19, so almost another $100 drop from June, and this was when I guess there was a lot of frustration in my personal life, and a lot of things happening where it was really starting to get to me, and July, towards the end of July, was the end of my relationship. Sorry guys if you hear the rain and that in the background. It is currently raining at the moment. I do apologize. But yeah, the end of July was the end of my relationship with Marla. Decided to call it quits, and it shows in August. In August, I only made $981.63 from $1,300 to $900. Now this is the part where I wasn't listing. I lost all motivation. And I was very upset. I was crushed because you spend a long time with someone, to have it end the way it did. It really affects everyone, and everyone goes through it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not the only one that will go through this, and I hope I never go through it again. But you can see in the business here that if your home life really isn't great, it can really affect your business. And ever since from May and then to June, so pretty much the start of June, when the realization that this relationship's kind of it's not working out, and trying to make it work, and we're getting upset with each other, every month from June, July, and then August when it ended, you could really see a massive dip. And then from August to September, I only made $699.69. I wasn't thrifting. This is, I haven't been thrifting since the end of July because I had no motivations to do it. I was just trying to get my head right, like with the realization that around August too is when not only did the relationship end, but I had to move out. Marla had to move out as well because the owner of the place that we were staying at was selling the home. So I had to stop listing items. I had to stop thrifting and save up as much as I can to move out. And thank God for this business because I managed to save just over $2,000, which paid for my bond and all of my little knickknacks that I needed for the place that I'm in today. And September is a prime example of that cluster, still dealing with the breakup of the relationship and now moving out of home. And I have a lot of people to thank, Robin and her partner who sent me a message on Instagram putting their hands up saying, hey, we will help you move out. That was honestly the biggest lifesaver out of this lot. And it's a simple thing, but at the end of the day I was going through such a shit time that was really needed. And my September result really did show. After September, the realization that I was settling in, and then obviously Q4 was coming out, quarter four, with everyone getting ready for Christmas. I still had about 550 items in my store, and I had a couple of op shops nearby, and I thought I'd go suss them out. So in the month of October, I made a total profit of $1,316.92. So that was a massive jump, and it was quite inspiring and motivating for me to make that sort of money, especially having a $700 a month in September to now having 13, to pretty much almost doubling the month before, was really quite encouraging. Now the downside to all this, guys, is that I don't have a vehicle anymore. When I was out op shopping with Marla, we had a vehicle, and incidents happened where Marla's old vehicle crashed. We had to go get a new one. I paid her some money because we were going to split this vehicle. She then paid me back what I paid for this vehicle. So I don't have a vehicle, guys, and that's the biggest hiccup with my business so far, is the fact that I don't have a vehicle to go out op shopping and purchasing all this inventory for my store. So my store is still very crippled at this current point in time because I don't have a vehicle to go out op shopping. But October being $1,300 in profit was quite inspiring, and I was really grateful, especially for the Q4 Christmas sales. Around that time too, my grandmother got really sick and she passed away. She pretty much deteriorated and passed away, and that was another, this woman, besides my own mum, she raised me. She would come over and she would help my parents raise myself and my two little brothers. So to have that role model, that figure in your life finally go, I was shattered, and myself, I accepted the fact that this is a part of life, but unfortunately, I was struggling emotionally, and I didn't really know how to cope with that sort of loss. So in November, I made $1,209. $1,209.97. Now, that profit is still very high with all the Christmas sales and everything, so I was still very, very grateful. But at the end of the day, guys, I wasn't really listing. I started to list again. I was listing a couple of items, but it wasn't nearly enough to what I was listing back in February, March, and April to be making the $1,700 profit back in May. And it showed in December, the last month of December, I only made $772.26. So with all of this emotional stuff that was happening in my life, really affected the business to the point where August, September, and December were some of the lowest months. Where, if this stuff wasn't happening, and in my sort of unrealistic world, if everything was fine and dandy and perfect, from May, where I made $1,700, I could have possibly continue to make more and more money. And that is definitely a realization that could have happened, but it didn't. And that's why I'm doing this video here, showing you guys my total profit, is because stuff happens, life happens, and you have to understand that the decisions you make and things that happen in your life will correspond and affect your business if you're not careful. And this is a big learning curve. But the total profit that I made in 2019 from eBay was $13,648.27 profit. Now, my goal at the start of the year was just to make 10. I was happy. I had this big thing where it's like, I would make $10,000. I want to make $10,000. That's all I care about. And that's, I reckon I'll achieve it. I can smash it. To actually go past 10,000 and hit $13,000 in profit is absolutely amazing, and I'm very, very proud of that, because if I didn't discover reselling, if I didn't record these videos and keep myself accountable, I wouldn't have achieved what I have today. I have my own unit, a 2-bedroom unit. One is for storage. And 2020 is definitely going to be looking a little bit brighter compared to 2019, but I still have some things to figure out, but it should be exciting to see what happens. But $13,000, if that could change someone else's life, it sure as hell changed mine. Then hopefully this video can help you understand that it's a small amount of profit compared to what most people have made this year, but it's something you can easily achieve. What's the future plan for myself, reselling, and this YouTube channel? Well, I'm going to need your help, guys. See, the biggest thing with me, not only with starting this reselling journey back in 2019, was that I wanted to show people that you can create something, you can create an income or anything like that around your 9-to-5 job to make yourself financially more comfortable. Now, in saying that, with reselling and everything, I absolutely love reselling, and I'm going to continue to do that and grow, eventually get a warehouse, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. But not only that, is that I want to explore different avenues, because I'm an entrepreneur by heart. That's my thing. This stress of 2019, most people will wallow in pity, and yes, don't get me wrong, I got to a really dark place, but I'm still here. And the reason why is because I need to do more. I have to do more. And I'm not satisfied until I achieve what I want to achieve, which is an endless pool of opportunity. So I'm looking at changing my channel name. And I'm going to need your help. If you can comment a name down below what you would believe would be great for this channel, that would be much appreciated. And then what I will do is all the good names that get a thumbs up or whatnot, I will do like a poll on Instagram to decide what name we would choose. Now, keep in mind, I'm still going to be reselling. I'll be doing that no matter what, and I'm going to be recording those videos and showing you guys what sells, going out op shopping, doing all that. But not only that, is I'm going to be looking at different sort of avenues for people to make income on the side, which is what I've also started on the side as well. I've actually dipped my toe in a couple of things, and I want to share that with you guys as well. So having a name as Reseller Down Under and being stuck in that one niche doesn't make sense if I'm doing the stock market, and people correlate reselling with stock market. Doesn't make sense. So if you guys have any suggestions on a great channel name, please let us know in the comments down below. That would be much appreciated. So that's pretty much it, guys. That's this video for the day. I just want to thank every single one of you, all you legends out there here in Australia, over in America, wherever you are in the world. I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me. Thank you so much for sticking around and supporting this man's goal, vision on trying to achieve something new. Now, like I said, I apologize for not posting on a regular basis, but I hope now you understand why. With seeing my results on how much profit I've been making and explaining what's been happening, I hope you understand, life was really kicking me in the teeth, and I'm out of it, so to speak. There's nothing but to look forward and to grow, and just learn from all the mistakes that I made. And I thank you so much for sticking around. Like I said before, if you have any suggestions with the channel name, please let that know in the link below. If you haven't subscribed yet, please hit the subscribe button and the bell notifications for when I post up videos. I hope you found this video quite insightful and motivating, especially if you're new at reselling and new at selling on eBay, just to see the sort of profit that you can make. And that's a minimum. You got 2 Aussie thrifters and whatnot, and these guys are absolutely killing it, and just seeing where they've come from to where they are now is absolutely amazing and inspiring. And I remember watching their first video to watching their videos now, massive shift. So hats off to those guys. Those guys are creating a path. They're definitely keeping my head above water with watching what they're doing. But yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for your support. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.